Hello my friends, I am back with another segment about BMW's R1100S. But first I would like to thank my YouTube viewers. And please thank my patrons over on Patreon. Those are my YouTube viewers who have come to Patreon to help support my video work with a contribution each month. Doesn't have to be a lot, doesn't have to be forever. It can be, what you can afford for however long you want to enjoy my material or support my material. You can quit at any time. I got a pretty low entry fee, It helps out a lot. It covers the electric and the internet and helps to cover costs of cameras and SD cards and hard drives and computer repairs. And I wish it covered all of that each month, but it doesn't. Regardless, if you're of the means and you like to support my work, that's where you can do it best, or a donation through PayPal works as well. If you're not, and you're here just for information, and you're broke, how about a thumbs up here on YouTube and a subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you, my friends. BMW is busy at work coming up with accessories for the R1100S. And that's what this segment's going to be about. The accessories offered by BMW. First thing we notice here, for a sport touring bike, there isn't much room for things for touring. So BMW remedied that by fitting the system cases used on the earlier oilhead models to the new R1100S. They even offered different lid sizes so that you could have a slimmer look. Less storage capacity, obviously, but a slimmer look by using the lids from the Authority model, as seen here on this R1100S. Slimmer profile, good for use in the city and such, and for those more interested in sport more than touring. Speaking of sport, let's talk about suspension. BMW offered a sport suspension for the R1100S, and that raised the bike about 1.5 inches higher than stock. That necessitated the use of a longer side stand. They also offered a wider rear wheel, giving you a little bit more rubber on the back. The taller suspension and the wider rear wheel enabled the S to have more of a lean angle for a more aggressive, sporty rider. Carbon fiber. This was BMW's introduction to carbon fiber, as seen here on the front fender. This is a stock front fender. Came in carbon fiber. It's very, very light. Carbon fiber is supposed to be light and super strong. These aren't strong. It's really thin. It's really brittle. And it's very, very expensive. Yes, you're seeing that right. It's nearly $1,000 for that mudguard. They offered an entire carbon fiber kit for the bike. I'll review some of these items. Let's start with the upper fairing, that wraps around the headlight. It's hard to see here because the model they pictured is black. It's just as well it didn't do much anyway. It was expensive and doesn't save you much weight. Next item is number 12. Look at this little ridiculous thing. You wonder, what is that? That's a little tiny guard that protects the rear master cylinder. It really keeps your boot from getting scuffed. It used to be $24. Today, it's $11. Hooray, BMW! You actually lowered the price on something. That's terrific. Next, we'll talk about the upper triple clamp stick-on plate and the fuel tank center strip. Again, bling. The tail section cover, the piece you have to take off to take your girlfriend for a ride. They came painted color matched to the bike, but if you wanted the carbon fiber look, well, BMW is happy to take some of your money. Doesn't save you but half a pound in weight, so I don't know that it's worth the admission price when the stock tail section cover was quite nice looking. Next, we're going to talk about the engine spoiler kit. More useless bling that, what can I say? Now I want to talk about spark plug covers. You know, that cover right there in the middle of the valve cover. That one, the black one. The one that goes where the hole is. Covers your spark plug lead or your stick coil if you have a later version. It's covered by a black plastic cover that weighs 0.09 pounds. BMW here at number 13 thought they'd be really cute. Number 1 right there, the plastic piece I was just talking about, well, here they offer it in carbon fiber. Add a sportier look without adding much weight. $45 each per side. Without adding much weight, this one weighs 0.13 pounds instead of 0.09. Do you know why? Because it's a carbon fiber decal stuck onto the plastic. Thank you, my friends. Stay tuned. There will be more thanks to your generous contributions and your support of my video work. Take care, all. Good day.
Zeroed out. Start. See, we're off. Pulling to the left side a little bit. That is corrected with your air screw. Under load is nice. First thing you need to check is you need to make sure that there's free play at the cables. Right here. You have to make sure that there's 1 millimeter of free play. What you do is you take the bell crank on the bottom, hold it back, and then you pull on the barrel. You see how the barrel moves? That is good. If it doesn't move, that means the throttle body butterfly is cracked open slightly, which means the pulses of the engine running beat the shit out of the throttle body shaft bushings. And then you have an air leak at the throttle body and the bike will run like shit. Our idle, we want a base setting. Screws should be 1 1/4 turns out. So we go in 1/2, 1 full, 1 1/2, 2, half, 1, 1/2. In 1/2, 1, 1 1/2, bottomed out, come out the same way, 1 1/2. Don't always trust these tachometers. Right now it's idling at 1100 RPM, seems a little high to me, but anyway, we want to dial this in. You're going to do that with these air screws. Backing the left one out. No good. We're going to go in. Now we're bouncing equally from side to side. We're good. Now under load. We are at 3200 RPM. Ship it. Done.